to this brand new video where I demonstrate my programming abilities through the thing that I made. So this is a 3D modeling application which is nowhere near finished, but because it's a hobby project, that is warranted. So here you can see two systems that I built, one being the 3D renderer, and the other being the operating system abstraction layer, or platform abstraction layer and UI system. So the UI system allows to create a hierarchy of elements. They get rendered using Skia, which is a cross-platform rendering library also used in web and in React Native. But I didn't want to use an entire UI framework. I just want to write everything in C++, low overhead, so I made it myself. It doesn't have all the features it should have, but it does have this cool UI element called panel layout, and this contains a tree with either horizontally subdividing stacks or vertically subdividing lists of panels, and it can be recursive. So this one is horizontal, vertical, horizontal, and this way it can be split in numerous of ways. And then each of these panels have their own little content thing, and that enables just having local views or local controls or anything custom. So I also added some additional things that enable certain operating system functionality, or like for example the macOS menu bar. So for example, I can create a little menu which is also a tree, and then I upload it to my OS layer, abstraction layer, and then that converts it into the Coca API menu. So then if we click on import wavefront, it opens an open window, and this is also done via the platform abstraction layer. So if I now open this, it will pop up in the view, and right now both this view and this view show the same scene, but that could also render a different scene. It's just that right now it's easiest to have the same scene, and as you can see, the state is not even synced, it's literally the same state, so it both renders from the same renderable scene. And if we import additional 3D models, then we can see that the object selection works quite well. And this is all by converting the mouse position to the local position, and we render all of the individual objects with a unique ID. Then we sample that texture that it has been rendered on, and then we can convert that ID back into the node from the scene, and that way we can have pixel perfect object selection without having to create some sort of bounding volume hierarchy. So this is a very bare bones setup, but it does kind of showcase these different systems working together, and there's quite a few additional systems that are in this program that you can't see right now, such as polygon mesh editing functionality, or rendering the wireframe of this. But all of those I'm going to add back into this application, and then it will be more fully featured, or look more like a program with which you can actually edit the 3D model instead of just render it, because my goal is not to create a renderer, because there's a lot of programs that already do that really well, but the main thing I want to focus on is 3D modeling and making that more intuitive and also have that work well with like other platforms such as iOS and virtual reality, with world space, augmented reality still being one of the things that I want to focus on, but I did want to start with a very solid foundation instead of going haywire on a Unity app. So this is all custom in C++, and yeah, I'm quite okay. This is pretty weird, but I'm quite happy with how this turned out. Okay, so what happens here is that I didn't implement partial reloading yet of the UI. So every time I click on a on the UI panel, it fully reloads the entire element, and inside of the 3D view element, there's the orbit camera, and the orbit camera has some default values, and those get reloaded. So here you can see basically how responsive it is in terms of reloading the entire state of the UI. So I'm really excited to see where I can take this, and catch you in the next one.